Hey there. I had a dream last night that I was eating wheat, and it was so bizarre when I got up because I haven't touched wheat in over a decade. And anybody who knows me knows that I can be I try not to, but I can be a little on the judgy side at picnics and barbecues and you know, get-togethers, gathering where there's food because I do feel so strongly. I mean, I learned from Dr. Tom O'Brien a decade ago, Dr. Peter Osborne, the author of No Pain, No Grain, about how destructive wheat is, and it makes my head explode when I get around people who they just don't know any better. And then I have some cocky person, and it never fails at every one of these functions. Well, moderation, even in moderation, am I right? No, you're speaking out of ignorance, unfortunately, because modern day American wheat is poison. So would you have poison in moderation? Are you going to eat a little rat poison in moderation? I know it sounds extreme, but this stuff is causing autoimmune diseases decades before you start having symptoms. You start getting those titers, you start getting those indicators in your blood, 5-10 years sometimes before you ever get a symptom and you ever get diagnosed. Dr. Tom O'Brien's got a docu-series coming out right now called The Inflammation Equation. It's all about how almost all this chronic disease stuff, the foundation of it is inflammation. And a lot of inflammation caused from wheat. Between the fact that it's hard wheat and not soft wheat like they do in Europe, the fact that it's got higher in protein and a higher gluten content than what our wheat from our ancestors used to eat, so our bodies no longer recognize it, between the glyphosate that it's dripping with, there's just so many reasons. And it's so sad. I get so sick of people looking at me like I've got two heads because I'm very passionate about not eating wheat. And if you've got a chronic illness, if you've been diagnosed with an autoimmune disease, do yourself a favor and stop eating wheat. Do you know that even one crumb can cause inflammation in the gut up to 3 to 6 months after you ate it? So I have so many clients, they're like, oh, I only have a piece of bread once every 3 months. That's long enough for you to keep that inflammation going and never fully heal. So if you're stuck in your health journey, dial in the diet, and it starts with cutting out wheat.